Greetings, welcome back to my channel. This is StasiaBliss, where we talk about Kundalini awakenings and how to manage that life force energy that the Kundalini awakenings bring into your life. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't already subscribed, I hope you do subscribe to this channel so you can receive all new notifications of the videos that I do 6 days a week. I'm here to share practices and insights regarding this awesome maturation that we all get to go through as humans, especially now that we are in a collective Kundalini awakening. So yes, indeed we are. The collective is waking up. It used to be thousands of years ago, there was just a few choice souls who were having this experience, and they would be the teachers and they would be the masters around, and it became a little bit more prolific. And then now, especially since the events of 2020 and the way that the astrology is moving us, we are in a mass worldwide awakening. So welcome, whatever part of your awakening process that you're in. I welcome you. I honor you. It is a beautiful process, though sometimes challenging. So I made these videos in hopes to support you. So again, with all the videos, just whatever resonates with you right now, take it. If the rest doesn't, just leave it beside. It might at a later time. And so even though I do talk about sometimes timely things, what's going on in the stars and so forth in videos, whenever you're finding this video, it's the right time for you. That might be the transit that is specifically affecting you now. And because we ultimately live in timelessness, the readings and the messages here are also timeless and meant to come to you as soon as you do hear them. So on this day I'm recording it, it is another Monday. This is the day of the moon. Moon rules Monday. And so I like to talk about self-nourishment practices, a really, really important factor in our Kundalini awakening process. I know we like to be really productive and we like to get things done in this culture. And most people judge us, and we even judge ourselves based on how much we are producing and how much we are getting done. But in the process of awakening to our higher nature, to our wholeness, which is really what an awakening does, takes us from like a half human to a complete human, which is a divine human. So that includes action and relaxation, not just sleep at night, but literal time to enact parasympathetic nervous system, to regenerate, to rejuvenate, to heal. And we can only do that when we self-care, when we nourish. So a very important element of awakenings, maybe more important than at any other time, is when you're really feeling the symptoms of this, when you're really feeling the influx of life force, which, as I've said in other videos, can look like or mimic a lot of other symptoms that we might call specific ailments or so forth in this culture. And so it's good to kind of juxtapose those. What would the medical system say? And what's another possibility for this, to kind of get an idea, like, could this be related to my life force energy? So self-nourishment practice we're going to talk about today has to do with sound. I love sound. There's so many different ways that sound affects us. In the beginning, there was the word, right? Or the om, or the sound. And in the silence, we find there is nurturing and healing in the silence. A lot of times we're afraid of the silence, and we, even in conversations with each other, we try to fill in the gaps, because the silence turns our attention to the here and now. And in the here and now, if we haven't done a lot of the inner work and we aren't okay with who we are, and if you're not, it's okay, it's also part of the process, but we are confronted with who we are in the silence. So even though silence can be very healing, it is also very confronting. So a nurturative practice that I want to offer you today is making some specific sounds with your body. And in yoga, these are called mudras, okay? So a mudra can be a hand gesture, but it can also be a body gesture. So Brahmari mudra is called the humming or the buzzing bee. And you basically plug your ears and you hum to yourself. So you close your eyes, take a deep breath. So try it. Go ahead, plug your ears right now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and hum until your breath is out. Okay, we can do it together. You might feel funny doing this at first, and if your kids are around, they'll love to do it. In fact, a lot of kids naturally do this when they don't want to hear what you're saying. But what's great about this is it creates a vibration. And that vibration, that vocal intonation, that vibration actually does something really cool to your system. It has your organs all talking to each other. And they listen and they try to harmonize with this sound and therefore with each other. So since you are the voice of your body, a lot of times the disharmonies come with either what we say or what we are not saying. Because, our body hears every word we say, internally and externally. And so a lot of the misalignments either are coming because we're speaking out of alignment, or we don't know what we're saying. We haven't become fully conscious of the way we're articulating ourselves in our life, right? So we might be saying something that we think is true, but ultimately in our body's like, oh no, that's not true. Now I have to act like that. Like, I'm not feeling very good right now. Okay, every time we say something, we're dictating a state to our body. So my body's like, I don't feel very good. So then your body goes into this discord around that. And so when I correct that with sound, and of course I can mentally and cognize, I do feel good, I feel great, I feel amazing. The sound, I feel amazing, has a higher vibration and a more fuller frequency than the other statement, and yet sometimes we have a hard time saying it if we aren't feeling that way. So intoning or toning or chanting or mantra also has the same effect. It's non-cognizant, so we're not thinking, what does the humming mean? We're just feeling the humming, right? So try the humming again and imagine, and you can also tune in and feel where you have tension or where you have issues coming up or parts of your body or mind that are screaming at you, and you can actually imagine moving the humming all around. So like you're doing a body scan. And if you change the humming, rubbing the head, you can imagine doing this all over your whole body. And if you do this for several minutes, as long as 5 minutes, and you want to maybe warm up if you're going to do it any longer, so you don't want to strain the vocal cords, but then just lay there afterwards. It's like this mini massage for your whole body. So good. And then just sit in the silence and breathe. And you'll find the sound kind of disperses your thoughts, clears the space. And then you can be more vigilant of what is coming into the mind, what is trying to occupy your consciousness. So anytime you're feeling overly stressed about what's going on in the body process, try this Brahmari mudra. That's the only practice I'm going to give you today. I do have a whole video on Brahmari Mudra, but it's just the practice, not this chitty chat. So if you want to do this again, you can find it in my mudras and mantras playlist, along with some other great mudras that are really great and mind clearing. That's one of the few sound mudras that I know, even though there's a lot of mantra that is also very awesome. And I'll just give you one mantra for the moon on this day, and you may have heard this before on other videos, but the name for the moon in Sanskrit is Chandra. Chandra, the moon. So the chant Om Chandraya Namaha. Oh, the name of the moon. Oh, the name of the moon. I open my awareness to the name or the sound, the frequency of the moon today, which the moon is speaking to us of nourishment. It is parasympathetic. It is your left side, Ida. That's the lunar passive force. So when we tune into Om Chandraya Namaha, we are asking the body to remember that nurturing force, that lunar force, and activate that in our being. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. So you can try this and feel that receiving element. What can I receive today? How can I nurture today? And I hope that you do take some time today to self-nurture. That's all I have for you today. Much love to you. See you again tomorrow on Mars Day, where we do a little bit more extroverted, active stuff to support your life force energy. So if there's any way I can support you individually, always my email and my website are posted below. If you'd like to just donate to this channel because that's the way you'd like to give back into the world, gratefully received. But I'm always here to offer sessions and readings, and otherwise there's tons of free content on this channel, over 500 videos. So knock yourself out, find something that really resonates with you, leave the rest. If you loved it, share it, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste, and I love you, family.